Hi YouTube, how are you doing out here? I know that you are doing well because there's abundant provision for you, and I trust that you are learning how to receive it, that you are in fact receiving it. I've been absentee from YouTube for a bit. A couple things happened. We had a very big move. We started a retreat center here in Mexico, and there's been a lot going on, and so I have not done a video in quite a while, but I am here today to reboot and to get you some good information. And the information that I want to share with you today is that if you want to heal, remember your future. It's an interesting statement, right? Remember your future. So let's talk about that. So cancer, as I talk about very often, sorry, I get lots of notifications, as I talk about very often, cancer comes as a messenger. So it's a messenger that the narratives of your past, the traumas, the dramas, the tragedies, this, that, and another, and all your perceptions and all your conditioned behaviors and all your belief systems that emerged from that have guided you to disharmony in your life. So oftentimes, let's just say abused as a child, you develop perceptions about that abuse. You develop patterns of protection against the abuse. And most of the time, those perceptions, those beliefs, those patterns are not resolved. They become part of your identity, and they guide you in disharmony throughout your life. And then suddenly you reach 40, 50, 60, 70, and you've got a disease diagnosis. And it's because of the years, the decades of misalignments. It's about disharmony. There was not harmony in your past. And now your body is in disharmony as a result. And so the thing about it is the experiences of your past, say you were abused as a child, that creates memories. Okay? You have emotional experiences. Those emotional experiences create memories. Memories are like highways to destinations. So these memories, these experiences, and these memories had negative impacts. They took you to destinations you actually did not want to go, and the newest destination you've reached is a cancer diagnosis. So now, how do you shift that? So cancer comes as a messenger. Cancer says, okay, things haven't been going quite right. We're not in harmony. We're not in unity. We're not in synchrony with who we actually are, with the provision that's been made, etc., etc. It's a messenger for change. Now, if your past messaging has led to memories that have taken you to destinations, i.e. cancer, that you do not want, how do you begin to change that dynamic? Well, one of the things that you do is identify the root cause. But that's a little bit of a different conversation than what I'm here to have today. But that is something that I can definitely assist you with. It's one of my strengths as a cancer coach, is to help you identify those conditions, those beliefs, those perceptions, those patterns as a result of your past that have led you to the present. But what I want to talk to you about today is how to get from the present to the future. Now, you do that by creating new memories. Remember, as I said a few minutes ago, memories are the highway. They're the highway to the future. So if you want to reach a new destination, you need to create a new memory. Okay? Pretty cool, right? You create a new memory. Now you say, how can I remember something that has not yet even existed? Here's how you do it. You have some power tools at your disposal. One is your pineal gland. It's buried here in your brain. The other is your brain, the power of your mind. Two powerful tools. Your pineal gland is your spiritual connection. It's your spiritual center. Now remember, if you followed me much at all, you're 99% spirit. 99% spirit. So it's very important that your pineal gland be be healthy and active. Now, there's a lot of assault against your pineal gland in the modern world. So there's a lot of calcification in the pineal gland, and that leads to an increasing discord, disharmony, and disconnection from your spiritual truth. So one thing we want to do is clean up the pineal gland, make sure it's nice and healthy, and I've got protocols for that if you're interested. And then you have the power of your mind. So now when you use these two in combination and collaboration, you can actually create experiences and memories of the future that you desire and manifest that outcome in real time. Okay? So one of the best tools for doing that, and I've got quite a few tools that I teach, but one of my favorite tools, I'll put it that way, one of my favorite tools is visualization. You have the power of mind to visualize experiences and to actually experience those experiences and create memories from those experiences without actually having physically lived those experiences. Visualization is the tool for that. So you can close your eyes and you can exit this physical 3D reality and you can enter into what many call the quantum field, what I call the God space. You can elevate yourself through the power of your mind with your spiritual center working effectively. You can create a vision of your future and experience that vision as though it is real and create the memory of it having been real, and thereby paving a highway to a new destination. The intention that you have for a new future. Are you following me here? All right. So let's just say that, I mean, obviously we're talking about cancer. So let's just say that your future is to be cancer-free. All right? We'll keep it really simple. Cancer-free. So you can close your eyes and you start to create this scene of life cancer-free. Now, I don't want you to just be an observer of it. I don't want you to be watching a movie screen. I want you to be the star actor, the star actress in that scene. I want you to be in it. I want you to get so into it, and let your mind go so deeply into this new experience of being cancer-free that you actually start to forget about the external world that's around you. You forget that there's a plant behind me. You forget that there's a light behind me. You forget that there's a TV beside me. You forget all of these things. You actually get into the vision. All right? You have the power to do that. That's what is all locked up in here that you've never been taught to use correctly and effectively. But we're changing that. You're going to create a new experience and a new memory using the power of your mind while your body is still in this physical experience. Okay? Now, your mind, when you do this and you do it well, and you create that vision and you experience it as though it is real, and you create you have real emotional engagement and you have memories as a result of those emotions, your brain does not know that you did not experience that. Your brain does not know, or my brain would not know that I'm sitting in a chair, in a room, in a house, in a city. My brain would not know that. My brain would believe the vision as having been a real experience. All right? So the mission is to create the vision, to participate in the vision, so that it is an experience that evokes emotions, and those emotions create memories. Now the dog barks, or the cat meows and asks for food, or the kids bust in the door, or the doorbell rings, or whatever happens, and you're jolted back into this 3D experience where you do have cancer in a physical, in this 3D experience that you're in. And but here's the thing. You just had an amazing experience. You just had an experience that is the opposite of having cancer in the real physical time. You've just created an experience of being cancer-free, and you have emotions to support it, and you now have a memory because of those emotions. Now you have laid a highway to your cancer-free destination. Are you tracking with me here? So one of the best tools for healing is to use your pineal gland, use the power of your mind to create that vision, to experience that vision, and to get emotional in that vision as though it is real, and come back into the 3D with a memory of that outcome, remembering your future. So you have used your mind to create the future that you desire. You've experienced that future. You've had the emotions of being in that experience, and you now have the memory of being in that experience. That's remembering your future. That's manifesting the outcome in this case being cancer-free. I hope this is making sense to you today. So if you want to be cancer-free, or if you want to live in abundance, or if you want to have fantastic marriage relationship, if you want to have X, Y, Z, A, B, and C, or B, A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, but your past has not guided you there, you have not experienced that because of the narratives, the perceptions, the experiences, the memories of the past, you're not living in that, you're not fulfilling those desires, you take the power and authority that you have of your pineal gland and your brain, and you create a new experience. And you engage emotionally in that experience, and you create memories from that experience, and you come back into this physical reality, and you remember your future. And thereby you're manifesting that future. This happened to me, I'm going to wrap up with this. This happened to me in a very profound way about maybe about a year ago. After nearly 30 years without a CT scan, I had to have a CT scan. And I fought and I pleaded and I didn't want anything to do with it, but I knew that I needed to do this, okay? So I did the CT scan. And there was a lot of trepidation, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to allow that. So I get into the room, I lay down on the belt, and I'm like, I'm not going to have this negative, anxious, fearful experience. I'm going elsewhere. I am going to transport myself out of this 3D experience. I'm going to create a different experience. So I closed my eyes. There were nurses and doctors, and they were putting in IVs, and all this kind of stuff was going on, and I was barely aware of that, and I eventually just wasn't even aware of that at all. And I get into this vision. I start creating this vision. And I am loving life. And I am having a great time in this vision. And it's beautiful. And tears started running down my face, and I started laughing. And I was experiencing that vision in real time. I was experiencing it. My mind was fully engaged, and I was not consciously in this 3D physical reality anymore. I was in a higher dimension. I was in higher consciousness. And eventually the tech shook me and said the machine's not working. More than 30 minutes had gone by. I had no clue that I was on the belt. I had no clue that the IV was in me. I had no clue that the people were in the room. I was off in another place of consciousness. And I was living this experience. And I came out of that when he jolted me out by shaking me on the shoulder, jolted me out. I had that memory. Now, 5 or so minutes later, a new machine and a new experience, and that was moving really, really fast. And then there wasn't any time for me to do the visualization and get back into that. It just happened. And my body went into complete shock and severe life-threatening reaction. And my body is convulsing. All these things are going on, but my brain, my mind, my spirit is saying, You just had this amazing experience. That is your future. And we're not letting go. We're not letting go. And the tech is in my ear saying, be still, be still, be still. And I'm like, and you know what? After a couple of minutes, the scan was done. And the tech said, and I was heaving and coughing and wheezing and could barely sit up. And he said, I don't know how you did it, but you sat perfectly still. And these are fantastic images. 15 minutes later, I walked out of the clinic, my own 2 feet, my own power, perfectly fine, having experienced a life-threatening experience, but having had an experience beforehand that said to my mind, you're not done. You've got a future ahead of you. You just lived that future. I remembered my future, and I would not let go. Brings tears to my eyes. That vision, that day, saved my life. If I'd have been in fear, panic, anxiety, overwhelm, I very well may not have made it. The power of the mind to transport you. You are not just limited to this 3D experience. You're not defined solely by that. There is more for you. You just need to learn how to use the tools that you've been given to experience it and to create more experiences for new memories that take you to new destinations. That is a powerful part of healing. I really hope this message resonates and you understand it. And if you want to learn more, I'm your guy. I'm here to help you. Just message me anytime. You can jump over on Facebook at the Love Your Cancer Free Life. Join the group. Message me directly. I'm here to help you, and I would love to teach you how to do exactly what I'm talking about today and create a future that resonates with your heart and your spirit. Create it while you're in the midst of this uncertain, unpleasant 3D experience. There's so much more, and I want you to know that, and I want you to experience the more, and I'm here to help you. So like and share this video and message me to find out more and to engage in a conversation about the opportunities that exist, because there are a lot of opportunities I can guide you through, and together we can elevate your life and expand your future. Doesn't that sound great? It does to me. I did it 30 years ago, and I'm still doing it. Let's do it together. Talk to you soon.